S1, okay, is a slave mode. Okay, these are optical slave, meaning that it will wait to see a bright flash of light, signifying that there's an external flash going off, and it will sync with that, and it fires off the flash, you know, so that it's synchronized with the other flash. And S1, it fires off immediately when it sees a flash, okay? Now, the difference between that and S2 is that S2 is designed so that it will ignore the first flash, and it will fire off the second flash. The reason you need an S2 mode is because many flashes has TTL capability through the lens, and that technology, when you shoot a flash using TTL or ETTL, whatever you call it, or IATL for Sony, it shoots two flashes. The first flash is to give instructions to the slave, as well as setting the, as well as, you know, measuring the amount of light coming back, okay, so that it knows what to set. Okay, so that's a test shot. So if you use S1, it goes off on test shot and it's going to affect the way your picture look. It will be wrong. So if you are shooting the main flash with an TTL, then you need to set it to S2 because it's going to shoot off on the second flash and not the first one, right? So if you're using a manual flash without TTL, then you want to set it to S1 because if you set it to S2, it's not going to go off. It's waiting for the second flash that never comes. Okay, in this segment here, I'm going to demonstrate the workings of the S1 and S2 mode, okay, and the differences between the two. So right now, as you can see that my setup, what I have is I have a different flash mounted on the camera. And over here, zoom in there, and you see that my Z160 is sitting in the back by itself, okay? Right now I have it set to S1 mode, okay, for the purpose of light, providing backlighting, for example, okay? So the flash mounted on the camera is going to provide the front and the other one in the back, providing the backlight, okay? So now, if I press the shutter button, both flashes are going to go off, as you can see, okay? But when I do the review, okay, something's wrong. Like my main flash is not being activated. Okay, the reason for that is, if you look over here, you see that my flash that is mounted on the camera is set to ETTL. Okay, in the ETTL mode, it shoots two flashes. So the first flash is the measuring flash, and the second flash is the actual flash. Okay, in the S1 mode, what it does is going to fire off at the first one. Okay, so there's a mismatch. Okay, so S1, it will fire off as soon as it sees a flash source, okay, a bright light, it will go off, syncing on that one, on the light. Now, So if you use ETTL, you do not want to use S1 mode, okay? I'm going to set it to S2 mode and show you. Okay, now I have set the Z160 from a distance there to S2. What S2 does is that it's going to go off on the second flash, okay, because it does it twice, and the timing would be the same. Okay, so let's take a shot. I'm going to take a shot right now. As you can see, both will go off just like before. The naked eye cannot see the subsequent flash. So you see it as one flash because it's so fast. Okay, now, when I do this review, as you can see that, okay, it is properly lit. Okay, so the on-camera flash fill in the figurine, and the Z160 is doing a backlighting. Okay, so that is exactly the proper effect. So whenever you're using ETTL as the main flash, you need to be setting it to S2. Okay, if you don't, then set it to S1. It is that simple. And the slave is just as easy as that. Okay, with that, I think we have shown you all of the feature of this retro camera flash from Neewer. And hopefully you enjoy that, and this thing is of help to you. Okay.